We're here at BWI Airport, Baltimore, Washington International Airport. Sitting on top of the hill here, right above the airport. Just trying to get some good footage. There's the parking garage over there. If you've ever been to BWI, you know that. The rental car place is way back over there. It's not close to the airport, but they do have a nice shuttle. We saw a couple of planes take off on live, but we're just sitting here trying to figure out. We have one that's going to land here soon. Don't know if you can see it or not. When it gets closer, we'll zoom into there. Hopefully we'll get a takeoff here soon, so that'll be cool. Mostly this is a big hub for Southwest, so most of these planes will be Southwest planes. So it's just a matter of just waiting around to see which one goes off next. And yeah, there's some pretty good artwork on some of these planes here. This one is a winner. Not sure if that's a Tennessee flag or American Airlines or what, but it looks pretty cool. There is a UPS one as well. It's a nice night here in the Baltimore area. The wind's not too bad, so it should make a good night for plane landing and takeoff. So just waiting for the next one to take off, hopefully here soon. We had about 3 or 4 Southwest planes take off in the last 3 or 4 minutes. So there's one right here. Gonna get that for you. Southwest bird taking off at BWI International Airport, Baltimore, Washington International Thurgood Marshall Airport. Southwest plane taking off. Not sure where it's going, but safe travels. It's making a sharp turn, so I'm sure it's going south. Travels for everybody on that flight there. Let's go back to the airport here and see what we have here. It's been kind of quiet the last couple of minutes. I wish I recorded the last 4 or 5. This plane's actually turning around, so it's turning around and going maybe north. Not sure. Interesting. Maybe it is going north. Yeah, it's doing a UE. So let's watch this, and it may go north. Because if you know the geographical location of Baltimore, BWI is right on the Atlantic Ocean, pretty much about 100 or so miles from there. So anything turning around must be going north, and that's what I think this one's going here. All right, so we will move on to the next plane coming in. I'll look up what city is it going to. But you see it made it pretty much a U-turn around the airport. So most likely it's going north. There are also 2 airplanes coming in to land. Don't know if you can see it on the camera or not, but there are 2 in the distance. There's one there. You see it? That's the second plane coming in. There's one a little bit closer. There, you can see it here. So you have two approaches, landings here. We're going to try to get in between those 2. There will be another takeoff, I'm sure. That's just the way the airport operates because, yeah, it's supply and demand, right? So, and you could actually, if you were here, you could actually hear the planes taking off and landing, which is pretty cool. The sound probably can't pick it up here, but I can hear on, just visibly. Here's one coming in to land here. That was quick, he was moving. And you see it here landing. There we go. That's going to be a touchdown right in there somewhere. Alright, he's on the ground. And go. Alright, welcome to Baltimore. Pretty cool spot to stand from and look and see what you can see. But yeah, if you like this video, I'll go around more areas around the airport to kind of catch landings and takeoffs. If you guys like seeing that kind of footage, then that'd be great. I appreciate your likes and subscribes, and we can do more of these as we as you guys see fit. But it's a really quiet night here in BWI. It's a Tuesday night, and there are some planes coming in and out. We may have missed a rush, but there are some planes coming in, and our next one landing is probably going to be a Southwest flight. They typically land all their planes around the same time, which helps them with workers and with baggage and all that stuff too as well. And that's a private plane taking off here. I'll get that for you guys. That is a private plane, private jet taking off from the other part of the airport. And then we got the Southwest plane landing here. And that's gonna land here, right about there. All right, cool. Welcome to Baltimore. I was hoping we had to take off from the other runway, but I think that private jet kind of took over, and it took away some of our footage on a new one. We have two more planes coming in. There's one here, most likely going to be a Southwest one, and we have another one that's a little bit farther back. Not sure if you can see it, but we're going to focus on the one that's closer. And I think I hear one more taking off here soon. So let's see here. What's next? This is probably like the Southwest hour of planes where they're landing and they're taking off left and right. Let's see here if we can get another takeoff from Southwest. It is a beautiful night here on top of the hill at BWI Airport, Baltimore, Washington International. This airport is not located in Baltimore and not located in Washington, but it's between both of them. So here is another Southwest plane, I'm assuming, which is going to land here soon. If you see it in the background here, thumbs up. All right, so it looks like we're doing another landing here. We're going to follow this one in, make sure everything happens correctly. They're actually a little bit higher than the other plane was earlier, but we will watch it glide down. And right around this area here is going to touch down. Welcome to Baltimore. Oh, and there's a takeoff too. That is not a Southwest plane. That's actually American Airlines taking off. It came out of nowhere. We just had a plane landing and then one took off. That is awesome. It's making that big turn too, so we will see. All right, so we got two more planes coming out here, and then I think we'll say once again, beautiful night in BWI. And that plane that just took off is turning around too, so maybe it's heading north. No, it's actually heading south. If you look closely here, you can see it heading south. So that one's probably going south or west. So not southwest like the airline, but south or west. If you look here, you can see there are a couple of planes lined up to land that are all going to be one. There's one, two. You see two planes right here, thumbs up. And there's also one here, which you can barely see here, that's landing too. It looks like a Southwest, a blue plane. Let's watch and see what happens with this one. There's so much activity going out here that it's just kind of weird, like having planes land and take off from different angles. That one private plane kind of threw everybody off because it wasn't on my schedule of landing planes. There's another Southwest plane. You can tell by the color pattern. It's coming into BWI Airport. And this is gonna land there. All right, and we'll see if it pops out. No, it's not gonna pop out there. Welcome to Baltimore. All right. So we're 10 minutes in this. We have a couple of good takeoff and landings that we are tracking, so that's a pretty cool thing. The sun's starting to get ready to set here. It's off in the horizon. This is a beautiful night to be out here and make some footage to, to show everybody how nice it is in Baltimore, Washington Airport. Some birds over here. Make sure that you guys get out of the way. Fly away, birdies. And I'll make footage on the other side of the airport too, where it kind of shows you how the planes are landing from Airplane Park, and sometimes they take off in that direction too as well, so that'd be cool. But once again, we got 3 planes coming to land. We got 1. If you look, see here, you can see the 1. There's also, like, if you get in the sunlight, you can see 2. 1 there, and then there's 2 more coming up here. So we had a lot of landings and not a lot of takeoffs here recently. So I'm guessing we're gonna go through a period of where there are gonna be a lot of takeoffs and not landings, but we will see. All right, Southwest bird again, coming in. Yeah, traditional slow it down here. It's a windy day. And there we go, guys. Welcome to Baltimore. Hey, we had not a lot of takeoffs here, so let's see maybe if we can get a nice takeoff here soon. We had a lot of landings, which is good night for landings, but these planes have to go somewhere. It's only 7:30 at night, so I doubt they're done flying. So maybe this might be their last stop, but if not, yeah, there's a helicopter too. Wow, this is a fun night to be out here. There's a helicopter. Not sure where that's going, but hopefully stay clear of those airplanes. We got 2 more planes on the schedule, 3 more. I see another one down here on dock to land, so we can get those. But I'm hoping we get a couple of takeoffs here. That would be nice. So see if we can get a takeoff here sooner than later. Helicopter flying over. Got 3 landings coming up, and yeah, I'll show you the landings now in pattern. That's 1 here, 2, and 3. You can see the 3rd one here. So those 3 planes will be landing. I'm assuming most of these are going to be Southwest, but hey, let's be surprised. Let's see what takes off here soon. We've been kind of watching a lot of landings, which from this angle, the landings aren't that impressive. From the other angle, it's really, really good. Actually, we got 4. So we have 1, 2, 3 more Southwest planes. Here's one taking off here, and it is a Southwest plane. Let's see which direction it's heading to. Is it going to go head west, or is it going to head turn around, do the north thing? It's turning. Maybe it's going south. Not as steep as turn as the last one, so yeah. All right, cool. It's climbing altitude pretty well. Safe travels. There's some smoke coming from the airport too. I don't know if you guys see this. Not sure what's going on there. Hopefully everything's okay, but you do see that smoke coming from the airport from BWI. Not sure what's going on, or if that's a planned thing or something's going on there, but just hopefully everything's okay. Yeah, just weird to see that kind of smoke around an airport, but oh well. Hopefully everything went okay. There's a light rail coming through from Baltimore, and yeah, so we got another low plane here. This plane came out of nowhere. See if I can lock in on it. So it's coming in here. It's coming in super low. It must be going to the shorter airport runway here, which it is. All right, so this is a private plane coming in. This one snuck up on us, but we got it landing safe here. All right. That landed. Welcome to Baltimore. Alright, we got another one coming in. It's probably going to be a Southwest plane too as well. There it is. Yeah, it's a Southwest. And it's going to be coming in landing. Like I said, it's a windy night, so maybe a lot of headwind. I'm not sure, but it's going to come in smooth. It's like slowing down a little bit here, and yeah. Let's do this. I missed it, but welcome to Baltimore. Alright, it is 7:35 here in the Eastern Standard Time. We're at Baltimore, Maryland, south of Baltimore, Washington International Airport. I think we got a takeoff coming here soon. I hear something coming down the runway here. And yeah, not sure if they're revving up the engines or they're waiting for something to land, but let's see what takes off. We had a lot of landings tonight, which is super cool, but still, we definitely want to see some planes take off as well too. So yeah, there's a light rail hitting the horn. Someone must have gotten the road here, but yeah, let's see what we have. I could be wrong. It looks like maybe like an American. Let's see what happens here. Once again, it's slowing up, and it's getting ready for that soft landing here in Baltimore. There's one of the Baltimore buses there with the Maryland State flag on it. Awesome picture. And look at that thing floating in. It's floating in for a smooth landing, and it's going to touch down right about here. Right down, and welcome to Baltimore. Alright, we have another plane landing here, and we have another one landing here. So there's two on the approach for landing, and hopefully we can get a takeoff here soon on one of these planes. Let's see if we can get a takeoff. Like I said, it's a beautiful sunset here. Just a nice area to be in. We're on the BWI trail, and there's some families out here having fun. There's trees, there's warning lights there. There's a plane flying over us. Not sure if it's going to BWI or not. Maybe it's going to Reagan. It's flying over the airport here, so that's pretty cool. Maybe it's going to Reagan or Richmond or Dallas in Virginia, but yeah. All right. Wherever it's going, safe travels. All right, we got one more plane, and we're gonna call it a night here. But if you guys like this type of footage, I definitely will come out here and record more from different angles of the airport. Airplane Park is also pretty awesome. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you like this kind of footage. It's relaxing and peaceful. I know my voice is probably annoying, but I can always just shut up and let the planes land. But just want to give you a little Just Ron commentary on this. And yeah, this is another Southwest plane landing here, and it's gonna land right there. Welcome to Baltimore.